What up, YouTube? It's your boy Rajon with Wisdom Boxing, and we back with another one. And this is a video to talk about what is possibly next for Jake Paul. Obviously, he has a target on his back because he's on top in the world. So let's talk about it. A guy from the NBA already came out calling out Jake Paul, which is Evan Turner. The guy in the top right picture with the Portland on. Shout out to Portland 503. That's where I'm from. Portland, Oregon. Damian Lillard and company. But anyways, Evan Turner has called out Jake Paul. Jake Paul, probably out celebrating right now, man. Making music videos, doing his thing, beautiful house in Calabasas, California. On top of the world. But he knows when to get back in the gym and get serious. He's dedicated year round. But he has a huge target on his back. Huge target. He's calling out Conor McGregor, which I don't think is a good idea at all. Conor McGregor's foundation is boxing. When Conor McGregor was a young boy, he was boxing. Learned all the basic fundamentals of boxing at a very early age. That's why when Conor McGregor went to the MMA, you seen his stand-up game was so strong. He was knocking people out cold with his hands. So Jake Paul he do not want any smoke with Conor McGregor. Jake Paul ain't there yet. Maybe in 3 years, 4 years, hey, maybe then. But right now, you don't want that smoke with Conor McGregor. Now, Evan Turner, I could see that. Evan Turner, I could see that. That'd be a good fight. I can tell you right now, Evan Turner would not be wild and out of control the way Nate Robinson was. It wouldn't be a size disadvantage like Jake Paul had over Nate Robinson. And Evan Turner is very tough. A very rugged, tough NBA player. I would love to see Rajon Rondo, who has a lot of boxing training in preparation to his basketball seasons. We've seen Rajon Rondo in fights and scuffles, and it looks like he knows how to throw a nice punch. Rajon Rondo is a defense-minded type of player. He believes in defense. If he was to train for Jake Paul, I think Rajon Rondo would make that the highlight of his training camp, is defense. The offense is going to be there. Chris Paul, that'd be great. We seen how his muscle twitches was when Rajon Rondo threw a jab that caught Chris Paul, but Chris Paul was able to bounce back with two crisp punches of his own real quick, one of them being a nice short uppercut. Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo is just a little more skilled with their coordination and balance than Nate Robinson is. Nate Robinson is compact, full of explosion, but as a result, he could be wild and out of control. In boxing, you cannot be wild and out of control. You got to have self-control, great footwork, and you got to stay in a box stance. You got to have balance. And you got to keep your hands up. You got to know how to block the jab, block the straight right. That's what the hands being up is for. So it's going to be interesting to see Jake Paul's very next fight. I would love to manage Jake Paul in his boxing career. The last thing I would do is put him in the ring with Conor McGregor anytime soon. I would have a gradual, slow approach. Jake Paul seems as if he is so serious about boxing, he might be committed to the next 7 years until he's 30. He might just go hard until then and really build a little boxing career. And if so, you can pick the right fights. Don't rush him into some dangerous MMA guys just yet. I would let him maybe fight a couple NBA players, but the right ones. Because, just because Nate Robinson got dropped the way he did, don't think for 1 second that everybody in the NBA is like that. Just because Nate got rocked, because Nate was out of control, oh, trust me, it's a lot of NBA dudes that really got hands and really know how to box with skill and defense. Don't get it twisted, and you might see that person emerge, and maybe it's Evan Turner. It could be him. He immediately called out Jake Paul after he seen what he did to Nate Robinson. So whoever Jake Paul fights next, I will tune in, and guess what? I will pay money. Because whoever he fight, it has to be a name. Because like Jake Paul is saying, whoever I step in the ring, they're going to have some following. See, he's like the A-side. You know, a YouTube star, a guy that was once on Disney, is now in the sport of boxing calling shots. Wow, who would have ever thought? But, you know, much respect to Jake Paul because he put himself in that position. So whatever blessings he's getting, he deserved. You know, that was his lane, his vision. You know, he created that. He did that. So, you know, I could do nothing but salute him. But tell me what y'all think. You know, leave some comments. I would love to hear from you guys on your opinion. Who do you think would be the ideal opponent for Jake Paul's next fight? You know, who would you pick? You know, would you put him in somebody, his next fight where it's 50-50? Honestly, I would pick somebody that I know he could most likely beat, but is very tough, can take some punches, so that way Jake Paul could actually display some of his skills. I would try to pick an opponent where that's tailor-made for Jake Paul to really show his boxing skills, because he didn't have an opportunity to show it against Nate. But one thing we're learning about Jake Paul is he has power in both hands. I've seen him hurt guys with jabs. But please, you guys, I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you like this video. If so, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Support the movement. I love when you guys give me great comments. It helps with my content. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear from you guys. You know, who do you got? Who's Jake Paul's next opponent? Who would you love for him to see? Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell another friend to get with Wisdom Boxing. We out.